Welcome to the latest episode of the Forecast in 5. I'm your host, Seth Katz. Joining us today is Gil Borok. Gil serves as President and CEO of Colliers US and Latin American regions, where he has responsibilities for directing strategic initiatives and enhancing business performance. Gil joined Colliers in 2017 as Chief Operating Officer for the US and was promoted to his current role in 2019. Before Colliers, he held key financial roles at CBRE and Dole Food Company and has public accounting experience from his time with a Big Four firm. Gil also has a UCLA alumni affiliation as he earned his MBA from Anderson. Welcome, Gil. Appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks, Seth. Good to be here. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, let's get started with some questions. Colliers is recognized as a leading global diversified professional services company operating in 70 countries that specializes in commercial real estate services, engineering consultancy, and investment management. Can you tell our viewers a bit more about what your role entails with leading the company's U.S. and Latin American regions?
Sure. So first of all, let me just note that the business that I run in the U.S. and Latin America is in the commercial real estate services division. I don't have anything to do with engineering or investment management currently in those regions. They're separate. They roll up separately. But my job is really to be the chief strategist for the organization. And what that means with where we're positioned in the industry vis-a-vis our larger competitors, it means that I'm really the driver of growth. And I try to promote growth in a variety of ways, mostly through our culture, which is about empowerment of our people and often described as an entrepreneurial culture. So we empower people, but at the same time, hold them accountable. It's not a free-for-all, and you can't infringe on someone else's right to be empowered when you're empowering yourself. So that's sort of the maxim that we live by. And that is also a differentiator for us in the sense that our other larger firms are probably probably controlled a little bit more centrally and have more of a corporate culture to them. So I love it when I hear feedback that says, look, you're a big corporation with a lot of resources, but it doesn't feel that way. It does feel entrepreneurial. And so we empower, we hold accountable. And my job is to sort of be the choir conductor, if you will, and make sure that all the pieces are moving in sync.
Very helpful. It was impressive to read about Collier's strategic plans for growth across the U.S. and interest in expanding into new markets where you currently don't have a presence. What makes Colliers unique compared to other commercial real estate brokerage firms?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a similar answer. I think our culture and our ability to be agile differentiates us from our largest competitors. And then similar to our largest competitors, we approach the business from a platform perspective. What I mean by that is, look, in essence, anyone with a real estate license can do a real estate transaction, buy a building, sell a building, lease a space. We come at it, and our largest competitors, the most sophisticated businesses in the industry, come at it with a platform approach, which means we bring to it thought leadership, we bring to it research, we bring to it marketing, we bring to the transaction, that is, and we bring to we try to forge an enduring relationship with our clients so that we get repeat business, and it's a partnership where we are, a trusted business advisor. It sounds trite, but it is, in a sense, trying to take the services we provide to the next level and then have the relationship be ongoing and recurring. And in many cases, those client relationships that we have, many new ones, but many of them are with some of our brokers and some of our other advisors are over a long period of time. And if we can do that and keep bringing value, then that is a differentiator for us as well. So we try to differentiate among the largest firms. There are four large ones. We're the fourth largest of the four. And we then try to differentiate. Those four all then try to differentiate in how they service the business versus the rest of the competitors, which there are a lot of those.
Excellent. And I like how you touched on bringing value. Under your leadership, Colliers has earned recognition in recent years of being a great place to work by a number of organizations. Can you share more about the importance of building a culture and what it means to you?
Sure. I think culture is really everything, right? It is. It's hard to describe what it is, but when you have it, you know you have it. And we try to build a culture of, again, I've described it earlier as enterprising, but it's more than that. It's a culture of belonging, culture where we strive to have our people collaborate. They can sell more business if they do it that way, and a culture where people actually feel comfortable, safe, and can come and enjoy, come and have fun, come and find it be that work is rewarding, while at the same time obviously driving the success of the company. And that's worked out pretty well for us since I got here in 2017. So I've been here almost 7 years. We've essentially doubled our profits over that period of time. Part of that through recruiting, better talent and more productive talent. Part of that has been market lift. Part of that has been brand elevation, a little bit of M&A. So there's a lot of contributors to it. But bottom line, doubling EBITDA over a 7-year period, particularly with the economic cycles that we've had, the ups and the downs in that same period, it makes me really proud. And obviously, as you said, it's been recognized by third-party publications. Globe Street, recognized us as a best employer. Forbes has recognized us similarly, and that's happened in more recent years. So those third-party validations, are just that. They're validations that we must be doing something right. And I do believe, to your point, that it all starts with culture, and a strong culture will drive a lot of success.
Very impressive to hear about that growth under your leadership.
Thank you.
You started your professional career working in finance and accounting related roles. And also I want to point out that you are a certified public accountant. How has having this particular background helped prepare you for your current role with leading Colliers?
Yes, look, it's fundamental, right? I mean, if you don't have it, you don't have it. But if you do have that background, I think it allows for you to make better strategic decisions. So understanding the numbers, literally understanding the debits and credits, understanding the impact that decisions will have on the financial well-being of the company, is incredibly important. And, you can't be snowed by the finance people, because I am one, right? So that sort of helps. You can't really, one is not really, or at least you're positioned to be able to make judgment calls independently about a financial scenario forecast that you're given. So to me, it's been integral. I'm sure others who don't have that background find other ways to do what they need to do. But for me, it's sort of been my go-to in terms of making the correct financial decisions. And those are critically important. All very well to market the brand well, and to service our clients well, and to have our people feel welcome and a sense of belonging. But at the end of the day, we are in business to drive growth and make a profit. And if we don't do that, or if I don't lead people to do that, then I know that my time here is short-lived. So the financial background that I have has been something I've really relied on, and is integral to my and the business's success.
All great points. Good. Since we have many Anderson MBAs watching, can you share more about the advantages of pursuing a career in commercial real estate?
Sure. Look, first of all, it's a fun industry, very dynamic, and there's lots of avenues or ways for graduating MBAs to get involved. Two that come to mind on the one hand, and a lot of people find this very exciting, is to get involved on the principal side, the ownership side, underwriting deals and buying and selling buildings, and underwriting those and selling those, and maybe working for a company that invests other people's money, an investment manager, and working on the real estate part of that particular company as clients diversify their portfolios. So there's that whole aspect. You go work for a developer, you can go work for an owner, if the asset management part of it interests you. Then the other side of it is the side that I'm more involved with, which is really the services side, servicing commercial real estate. That's what we do. And, that's where I've focused for the better part of 20 years. And that's a little bit different. That offers an avenue really to be more of a service provider than actually manage real estate. And I like to think of it, when people ask me, well, what is it that, how do you think about your job? We are really a service provider to the commercial real estate industry, rather than, let's say, being in commercial real estate. Now, I know a thing or two about commercial real estate because I've been around it a long time, but my focus has really been servicing the people that are in commercial real estate. So I sort of take a different tact on the role and kind of the role of companies like mine. I think those are two very distinct and, as I said, dynamic paths to go. There are others, but it is an exciting industry. It certainly has its ups and downs. It's broad based with lots of different opportunities, and I think it's well worth exploring. And I know that a lot of people do.
That's going to be tremendously helpful for those looking for make that next step in their career,
Good.
pursuing that as an industry.
Good.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Gil, thanks again for taking out some time to be with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And thanks to all our viewers for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode of the Forecast in 5.